Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You already know what time it is. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence Podcast. And I just listened to something today. And I'm just curious on what the what the opinion is. I'm very curious. First and foremost, let's say what's up to the family in the building. Thank you for joining me this evening. D. McKennedy, love is the word. Macados, Mac of the South, salute. My brother Terrence Bailey. Queens, salute. No doubt, I appreciate you, sis. Tay-Tay, good evening. Real Spill Midwest Boxing Talk, salute. R.S. Cooper, salute. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. So, today, Steve L. the Max, salute. So today, I noticed that this fella, Will Smith, apologized to Chris Rock. Now, the apology is on his Instagram. I actually wanted to share the screen and show you guys the apology because it's on his channel. But for some reason on my desktop, I can't get into my Instagram. I don't know what that's about, but I'm on it on my phone. On it on my phone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play it on my phone. The difficulty is I can't pause it. You know what I mean? I can't pause it. But I think it'll be good for us just to listen to it. Let me remove this picture. And I swear to goodness, I know I like to, play around a lot and I do things for comedic value sometimes. I just took a screenshot of him and I said, let me throw this up on the thing. And I didn't realize that it looked like this. But I already had posted it. I said, oh man, I ain't mean to do that. Talib Cunningham, salute. Whoa, what up? PJ's Big Dog, salute. So what I'm gonna do, let me plug this in. And this is from his Instagram. Let's listen. I'll turn the music down just for a bit, just so we could hear it. Let's go. It's about 5 minutes, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It says he's been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. So he comes in and he sits down.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. This is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No.
Really?
It's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. And say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is, I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Well, that was it. That was it. It took him a few months to get that going. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I seem to be having an issue with my gram. Settings. Hold on. Hold on. I'm having a problem with my Instagram. I think there's a problem with my Instagram. Let's see. Yeah. Someone tried to hack my Instagram just now. Very good. Nice try. Someone tried to hack my shit just now. Very nice. Wait a second, y'all. Yeah, very nice. You motherfuckers think y'all so slick. Anyway, you go through these things when you become somewhat of a public figure. You know, people do things like this. You know what I'm saying? And thank you. Email's been updated. Okay. Let me do something here. Well, let me take care of this. I'm sorry, y'all. Someone got into my Instagram and changed the email. So while I'm doing this, yeah, I'm going to change the password. You know, Instagram is they did it just now because what I was trying to do, I was trying to play the Will Smith thing on my Instagram through my desktop, and I'm like, I was like, yo, why I can't log in? So they got in and did it through the password, right? But I'm logged in on my phone. So I went into the security and I changed it back to the correct. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still logged in on my phone. You know what I mean? So people do a lot of, silly shit. Terrence, I got you. I'll send it to you in a second. Let me just deal with this for a second. But this thing with Will Smith, You know, if you see the video, it's on his Instagram. When you see the video, he looks defeated. He looks somewhat defeated. He knows he made a mistake, and this is why I have a problem with Jada, because Jada, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, because Jada, I'm sorry, I'm damn, this is a lot. Damn, this is a lot. Anyway, Jada is supposed to be oh yeah, okay, LeBron, good. Jada, if she's any kind of woman, what she was supposed to do was after she gave that look, you know, because she got roasted, you know, she got caught off guard, you know what I'm saying? And it was a roast. It was a roast. And she got caught off guard. Don't act like you're not black and you ain't grow up in a position where people started roasting. You know what I'm saying? And she was supposed to just eat that. And when she got up, because he looked at her, he laughed and he looked at her, and then she got up. I mean, then he saw how she took it, and then he took it upon himself to go up there and do that shit. And it was like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I was just bugging like, yo, why? And then when he did it, I mean, once you do it, yeah, I sent it to you, LeBron. I sent it to you. When he did it, you know, there's no turning back from that. It's like, why would you do that? Let me get my brother Terrence Bailey's link. Terrence, I just sent you the link too. You know what I'm saying? There's no turning back from that. So I was just wondering what the fuck was on his mind. He wasn't thinking. Now, to me, that said a lot about him. A lot about him. Slim Hussein, salute. You know, that said a lot about him as a man. You know, that was a man that was just totally out of control. And, you know, we got to do better as men. Sir, what's good?
Hey, brother, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, brother. How you feeling?
I think I finally kicked this COVID, man. My sore throat is gone. My head ain't been hurting for at least 24 hours. I was actually able to leave the house today and not feel fatigued like I was going to fall the hell out.
Excellent, man. Excellent. I'm glad you're good, man. I'm glad you're good. So give it to me, man. Your thoughts on the apology?
Man, Will is a prime example of. You know what? And the reason why I say this, man, is because I'm on my second marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 47 years old. I've spent my entire I've spent 5 years of my entire adult life single. I've been married my entire adult life. All right, and I'm on my second marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I know what mental manipulation is by a female.
Mm-hmm.
Where you got a female that cheated on you, and then will manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's why I cheated. You know what I'm saying? Because you may not do something or whatever. Well, use her discretion against you. And so, well, you better do it. You know, kind of like a thing where you better do this, or I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z again. Will Smith is a mentally abused man.
Yes.
Now,
yes. Speak on that for a minute. The mentally abused.
Yeah,
men that are mentally abused.
He's a mentally abused and manipulated man. I ain't going to front. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna pull no punches. I've been down that road. He's a mentally abused and manipulated man. They talk that stuff about, they was in an open relationship. They were living in two different locations. She was when he was out in California, she was on the East Coast or whatever, doing the August Alsina thing. Well, if that's what it was, then what you crying for at the red table?
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously that's not what it was. That is what you was manipulated into saying what it was in front of everybody. For whatever reason, we'll never know. But you can tell that he was manipulated. And then there was another social media where she put the camera phone on him impromptu, and he asked her not to. He's like, my social media presence and my bread and butter. And she basically was like, whatever, nigga. And kept it going. And this dude is standing, he looked like he had been crying. Mm-hmm. And she put the camera on him. And this dude is telling her not to do it. And she's like, I don't care. But this dude, correct me if I'm wrong. If she had not married Will Smith, would we know who the hell, what would Jada Pinkett be at?
I would say on a radio station doing gossip talk somewhere, making about maybe $80,000 a year.
So I mean, this is like this is like, you know what I'm saying? This is some Ike Turner, this is some Ike and Tina stuff on the reverse. You know what I'm saying? She got this dude not by the balls, but by the medulla oblongata. you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of coochie this girl got, man, but keep it away from me. Because this, I mean, when people ask me, they say, man, how do I get over this girl, man, bro, man, how do I get over this girl? Stop fucking her.
Uh-huh.
That's the first way you get over. Stop fucking her. Once you stop fucking her, you'll realize your feelings start to change.
Uh-huh.
The bonds start to break. As long as you fucking her, you're not gonna break that shit. You're not gonna break that bond. She's gonna have that voodoo. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna make you do what she wants you to do. As long as she, it could be bad pussy, but as long as you fucking her, because it's not the feeling. It's the mental. It's not the physical feeling. It's the mental and the emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's that skin to skin creates an emotional bond, and you know what I'm saying. And it's all you gotta do is stop fucking them, and then you can you know what I'm saying, begin to start that process of getting rid of a toxic situation. That round table shit that she do. He destroys this man on that round table shit. I hope to God he don't go back and watch that shit. Every situation that they talk about, she turns that shit right back around and she brings Will into it.
Mm-hmm.
She told the whole world that this dude couldn't fuck. This your husband. She talk about shit on the round table that no woman or man should talk about in public outside. This shit that should not be talked about outside of two grown ass married people's goddamn bedroom. That's teenage shit. That's some shit where you go, you in the 10th, 11th, 12th grade and you had sex with somebody and you talk about that shit doing for goddamn homeroom. The shit she be doing. I don't get it. And he, you know what I'm saying, this man be you only an abused man that you would sit around and you hanging around and you ain't checking this shit. You know how like when we was kids, you know what I'm saying, your homie get a fresh cut, you know what I'm saying? He got it close in the back, faded up in the side. What's the first thing you do? Smack him in the back of their head, right?
Yeah.
That's what the hell he do to her. Smack her in the back of that goddamn bald ass head. Stop telling people our goddamn business.
I mean, this is something that it's bad. It's really bad because Will Smith was on another level. He was on another level. You know, there is no there's fixing it because I understand that he got a deal. He got a new movie deal, and it's like the single highest paid movie deal he got. I think it's like on the upside of $35 million. But he still has to address this. He still has to address this. I don't like where he is mentally. If you look at the video, I wish I could show it, but if you look at the video, he looks defeated. And this is a man that got everything. He got money, he has fame, he has fortune, but the X factor he has is his woman that he chose.
He chased her.
Yeah, he chased her, and she didn't want him. She didn't want him. Your daughter's writing basically
Tupac letters
to Tupac, and she wasn't born when Tupac died, which means your wife was talking about Tupac to your daughter, for your daughter to be wishing that this man came back. You understand? So I don't know, what's wrong with this guy. I don't know why he has this thing for her. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's happening with that. But it's sad. It's very, 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 very sad. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'd like to see. I want to see what happens next. I mean, he apologized to Chris. I remember watching his brother on stage. He wanted all the smoke, and these are people that he thought he was cool with. Now, Love Is the Word said Drew is called love. Well, love make you stupid.
Yeah,
and I don't think this is love. This is a bit of a bad infatuation. Now he laid down and made 2 babies with this woman, but he could love her all he wants, but she's not gonna love him back. I saw other videos with him. She got the camera in his face, and he just looks like an abused and battered man mentally. Now you see, this is a prime example of how many women you think Will Smith could get right now?
More than any of us.
Yeah. It's Will Smith, for fuck's sake. And
love is an emotion.
I don't get it. Shona says he apologized to Jada for what? He didn't do anything.
She should be apologizing to him and coming clean.
He didn't do anything. This is a classic example of being an abused man. And I don't know, he needs OGs to tell him, pull his coattail, be like, yo, bro. You too old for this shit. This is crazy. This is just flat out crazy. Ron, what's going on, my brother?
What's going on? I'm just listening for a little bit while y'all cook.
Mm-hmm.
I just got in the house. Give me a minute.
It's all good. I'm having an issue with my Instagram right here. I might have to close this fucker down. I think somebody got in it and changed my password. You on mute?
Oh, here we go. I'm good now?
Yeah, you good now.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how do I contact them and let them know that I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure this out. It's no big deal.
Look, man, my personal opinion, man, Will is going to need really an intervention, man, because right now this girl is like heroin to him. She's not what's good for him. She's like the worst possible thing for him. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that would say, well, a divorce right now, she's taking for everything he got. She's not gonna take it for everything. She'll take it for half. But I think that people would get behind him if he decided, okay, you know what? Okay, you got to go. People would admire him. You know what I'm saying, for getting himself together, and would admire him for that strength and righting the ship. Because ain't nobody with common sense not looking at this for what it is and seeing that the problem is her. Because if you go back and you look at the video, you see that his first reaction was the right reaction, and then he reacted to her, and then he got up and he hit, a longtime friend, and then he came back and sat back down, and she immediately threw him under the bus. Who came to him after he hit that guy?
Tyler
The brothers, Tyler, Denzel, and a white dude. I can't remember his name, but they all came. And what did she do? She sat there with her legs crossed, looking around like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, yo, I wouldn't care if I'm in the wrong. If I'm in the wrong, my wife better get up and say something. And you know what I'm saying? Better say something to do something. She better not sit there with her damn legs crossed and her hands posted up on her knee like I ain't got nothing to do with that. Only person in the room, I don't care if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, that better have my back regardless of whatever, better be the motherfucker, pardon me, better be the individual that I'm married to. Nobody, that better be the first one. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, better be the first one to have my back. And we'll hash out everything else later. But
Terrence, I want to ask you this question.
What's
when
that?
Did Will ever have? When did Jada ever have Will back?
That's the point. That's the point. I think she married that brother in order to further her own career because she's been in love with a dead man.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's in love with a corpse. And you know what'd be funny? If we had a time machine or whatever, or some type of magical machine, if we could see what would have happened if Biggie was still alive, if Tupac was still alive, and if we could see what would happen had they never been assassinated or whatever, and if Tupac would have said, would have called her a 2-bit tramp, and I want to do with her, so like 15 years ago or some crap.
I think she would have still be chasing him.
Probably.
Yeah, she would still be chasing him. She wouldn't.
I think she just wanted to secure the bag, which is what she did. But this woman is next level evil. She's next level evil, man.
She can go with it, man.
I don't see, you know, at the end of the day, fellas, it falls on her. I mean, it falls on him for dealing with her. It falls on him for dealing with her. And this is just a sad state of affairs. If you watch this video, man, you can go to his you can go to his Instagram and follow him. And look at his face, man. Like about to burst into tears right there.
Drew, if I text it to you, can you pull it up? Or no. I know you say your Instagram's not working, but if I text it through Twitter, if I see you on like a link on Twitter, can you pull it up or no?
I don't. What? Pull it up. If you text it to my phone, I might be able to play the audio.
Okay. Oh, let me see.
I see the people saying, somebody said in the chat at this point, in those two lives, they should be happy. They should, at this point, as long as they've been together, they're our age. I don't know how old broken traditions is. Hey, first remember meeting in person, brother. Somewhat. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
They're you and I age, Drew. I don't understand why or how you could be if you're still manipulating your mate at this age and 20 plus years together, that's a level of immaturity. You're not confident in yourself if you feel like you got to manipulate your spouse in order for you to achieve your own comfortability. That your spouse can't operate fully within themselves, that you got to manipulate them and mold them into what makes you comfortable. Then, you know what I'm saying, you got some issues. You haven't matured, or you're just an evil individual. But either way, there's something wrong with you. And you have not grown.
You put age with maturity. Some people don't mature because they get older. You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't mature.
That's true. Yeah. You can see that in this case.
Yeah.
And with trials and hardship bring maturity. And obviously this person has not experienced any trials and hardship because she picked the easy road with the easy man.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, listen.
My bad. I haven't been listening to the show. I just kind of jumped in. But like, what would y'all expect Will to do in this situation? He's not leaving Jada.
He's not.
He's not gonna leave Jada.
I wouldn't say that though. I don't rule that out, man. Because you know why I don't rule that out? Look at his face. Pressure bust pipes, man. Look at it. Look at his face.
But you can say the same thing when he built that house for Jada, and she said she didn't want it. You can say the same thing when his daughter is writing letters to Tupac allegedly.
Fuel on the fire.
Crazy. That was crazy.
Fuel on the fire. Like I said, pressure bust pipes. You think all this stuff ain't building up?
It is, but
it doesn't make sense, family. It doesn't make sense, man. I don't know what this brother's doing. He don't, and see, the sad fact is he doesn't know what he's doing. This guy's lost, and all he needs to do is get away from this woman. She's a threat to tolerance. Now,
I don't know why I've seen that, but she said, or he said, one of them said, if Will leave her, he still has to be in her life, even though the kids are grown. Like the youngest kid is Willow. How old is she? Like what? 17, 18, 19? It's like there's no reason for them to be together because of the kids. But she said that if he leaves me, he still has to be in my life, and I think he believes that.
All those kids are old enough to drink, if I'm not mistaken. The youngest is actually polyamorous. So like, you know what I'm saying? All them kids are old enough, but they grown.
Yeah.
So that's more manipulation. So that's basically her telling him that even if you leave me, you're not leaving me. If I call you, you better come. That's some Erica Badu shit.
Yeah.
You think these people practice witchcraft or something? That's a real question too.
I tell you what, I ain't eat no spaghetti over their house.
This is crazy. What is going on here?
Drew, you got what I sent you, but no.
What is going on here? No, I'm sorry. I'm multitasking right here, y'all.
Okay.
It says right here on Instagram, I could lose my access in the future if something was removed. I didn't post anything.
Now, you barely post on Instagram.
Yeah, I barely post.
Yeah, and you're private, right?
Yeah, and my shit is private.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we even follow each other on Instagram, do we?
We probably do. No, we do. But
I don't ever see you.
what the hell? But yeah, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
But I texted to you, Drew. I don't know if you can pull it up via Twitter and just play it.
Yeah, see the thing with these social media situations, they need to have people that you can directly contact, so you can speak to them and explain what's going on. So you can, show them that it's you and that somebody got into your shit.
Yeah.
So you ain't gotta like kill your account and start all over.
Yeah, it should be an easy way to verify yourself.
Yeah, there should be a I'm reading all this shit. They're talking about they'll send you a 2 verification email. I'm like, I haven't received shit.
Yeah.
But
if you think about it, man, that stuff is easy money for them, man, because they got a skeleton crew. They ain't got to answer the phone. They ain't got to do none of that stuff. They do all that stuff with a skeleton crew. All just advertise and stuff like that and make billions of dollars.
Yeah, this is absurd, man. This is annoying. But I told y'all before, man, Instagram is on shaky legs with me anyway. They are. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, Meta, it's the same thing. Facebook and Instagram, it's the same shit. And y'all remember Facebook, you get on there, you get called out your name, whatever. The one time you respond or share something that someone else said, who gets put in Facebook jail? Your ass.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
I got a flag on Instagram recently for something that I posted. I posted those girls on the subway twerking and on a slipper slide.
You got a flag for that?
Yeah.
That video is everywhere.
And the crazy part about it, I didn't even monetize it. I demonetized it myself, and they still flagged me.
Man. And you get the flag for sharing someone else's video.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't share it.
Yeah.
I kind of knew. Man, these people get on my damn nerves, man. Like Meta, right?
I just recently posted something. I'm surprised I get flagged for it. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't get no real money from Instagram, but I'm just like, it's crazy. But get back on Will Smith. I don't think he's going to leave her. I think that it is what it is with him. This is going to be his story for the rest of his life. He's not going to leave her.
I think there's brothers. I think there's more brothers in his ear, man. I think there's friends he's got in his ear that are not famous. I think there's famous brothers in his ear. I think people are in his ear. I think something pushed him to go live like he did, and it darn sure wasn't Jada, because you know what I'm saying, she didn't like You would think that she was a sneaky link or something. The way she act about the whole thing. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this, that, and the other, whatever. I mean, had it been, I'm sorry, had it been me, and she just and she like just basically left me out to dry. All right, I tell you what, I mean, all the houses they got, I moving to one of the other houses. I probably would have started. If she wouldn't show no accountability between, you know what I'm saying, privately between me and her, I probably would have started divorce proceedings. And I probably would have went on and got counseling. But what's between me and her, we'd never be the same after, you know what I'm saying, at this point. Because that mess was entirely too public.
Like, this is my first time meeting you. I think you and I could agree with this. It would never be the same before this. You know what I'm saying? But Will, it seems like he's so attached to her. It seems like he's handcuffed to the radiator. He can't leave. He can't let go. And unfortunately, he's going to stick with her. He's not going to leave her. I don't think he's going to leave her, in my opinion.
Well, see, also too, this is his second. He was married to this is his second marriage, right?
Right.
See, that's also a stigma on a lot of brothers. A thing that sticks with a lot of brothers too. Yeah. When your first marriage fails, you got a kid in that marriage, and you get into your second marriage, and then it lasts for so long, you kind of hang on to your second marriage. A lot of brothers, I ain't saying everybody, and you hang on to it more than you should and longer than you should. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing is dead and stinking and sprouted flowers, but you still holding on. Right. You know what I'm saying? When you should have been let it go, and because you afraid to go back out there again and do it all over again. You know what I mean? So that's all. It's a mental thing. It's, you know what I'm saying? That's a thing too. And then on top of that, he basically, like his first marriage, he when he went through that, I think he kind of came out of that one broke, or went broke not long after, and then he basically built himself back up and went into the second marriage and became like 10 times or 20 times more richer than he was in the first one. Mm-hmm. And then he stands to lose half of that, mess with this ratchet broad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff plays into it. You know, who's to say he's going to be like Michael Jordan and lose $100 million and then come right back and make that back and then some? That's a gamble.
That is a gamble, but the price of that gamble is a peace of mind, and that he should gamble that peace of mind for that gamble. But at the same time, he won't do it because, in my opinion, I think he's really stuck with her. He ain't gonna let her go.
Yeah, well, he's got to be strong enough mentally in order to go for that, and that's going to take a lot of strength. What he needs right now is strength, mental and testicular fortitude is what he needs. He needs to be a man.
Now, how does he accomplish that? What does he need to do first?
Well, I mean, I heard, I don't know how true it is, I heard he attempted to go to, try to go to India or something like that to clear his mind, something like that.
Yeah.
And then she hopped the plane and followed him.
So, you know, she takes joy in fucking with him. That's what she does. She takes absolute joy in messing with him. Absolute joy. And that's a sad state of affairs. When he's trying to go get well and go get help, she's not a support system. All right, but watch this. If you're trying to go get help, at what point you as a man need to be away from your wife? Your wife is supposed to be your support system.
Right.
This man literally tried to get away from her and she followed him. To do what?
To keep that.
He tried to, now I put a poll in here. Did you agree with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? 20% said yes, 80% said no. The 20% that said yes, I'm very curious. In the chat, who agrees?
Did I agree with that? Can you see who agreed or not? I might have agreed with that.
I
thought I saw the poll saying that would he leave her? I'm not sure if I seen that poll. I don't agree with him smacking Chris Rock. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
I don't
find
agree
out.
with either. I did it first, but after the facts came out, nah.
See, the thing is, with me, I totally disagree. And the women that agreed with it, I don't think you guys have a grip on how violence works amongst men. I don't think you understand. You know, a lot of women. Shawala says she did, and this is my response to that. I don't think you guys understand male violence. I don't think women understand violence. I'm gonna tell you how I know women don't understand violence. There's just a couple that is in jail. There was a road rage incident. It's all over y'all saw it. It was all over social media.
Crazy.
And I don't know what happened, but all I saw was dude peeling out, and Shorty pulled out her strap and got to dumping on the vehicle, and the vehicle made a right turn, and she started busting shots. And I know she ain't hit the car, so those bullets hit something. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Grazed the driver in the head.
Yeah, so the person was fleeing a situation. You still capping. And the word on the street was, the word from the report was, dude had a baby in the car.
Wow.
Okay? She didn't give a fuck. She got to dump it, and it happened there in Houston. And arrested both of their ass in a legal carry state. Now, why did I bring out that? I don't know what the situation was. I don't know if someone's life was in danger, but there was a man and a woman there. And I know that once she pulled the strap, he hauled ass. Once he left, danger was gone. Why was she still busting shots at him?
Emotion.
I'm pointing out the fact that that's a woman doing that shit. A lot of y'all don't, when it comes to those situations, a lot of y'all don't think straight. That's just by nature. Y'all don't analyze. If I pull this gun, you don't pull a gun to scare somebody. You pull a gun to protect yourself or a third person. Now, who the fuck was she protecting when the dude was in the car peeling off?
Yeah.
What do we say about all these young thugs that run around, start shooting people, and they go in and it's a shootout, and everybody got hit, but the two motherfuckers that are shooting at each other? That's not thinking straight. A lot of y'all women don't think straight. Y'all don't understand violence. So when y'all say, I agree with the slap, remember what the slap was about. Protecting honor. Let me ask y'all a question. Is Jada Pinkett an honorable person?
Hell no.
She's not. This is a woman that slept with her son's friend.
Damn near
and the only
juvenile.
reason why I got out is because this dude got in his feelings about something, and then she invented a fucking word for it. Entanglement. She violated her holy matrimony, for you Christians. She violated that. Now this is Will Smith, the most highest of value men, Hollywood star, musician, if you want to call him that, millionaire. Believe me when I tell you, he does not need that bitch. Chihuahua says that's not why I agree. Well, why do you agree, sis? I'm just curious to know why you agree.
Can I double down on that for a second?
Go ahead, bro.
All right. I think the last time I was on your live, I brought this up about the incident that happened in New York City. I think it was the Bronx. I'm not sure where it happened at. But where the guy got stabbed in the bodega.
Yes.
That all started because of a woman got in her emotions and called him up and said, yo, come up here and deal with this dude. Because over a bag of chips. So this man lost his life trying to defend this woman over a bag of chips that she couldn't afford on her EBT card.
You see,
It's emotions. Like,
Hey, look, and also in that incident in Houston, what you talking about, Drew? If you notice, when the female dumped on the silver sedan, the dude was trying to get her to put the weapon down.
yeah, he was.
He was trying to stop her from shooting. He was trying to, and she pulled away and then fired another shot at the vehicle at a good 20 or 30 yards away. And grazed the driver in the head, and then the guy tried to usher her in the pickup truck to try to get away.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole time the guy was trying to stop her, so she was the one out of control. Now how they ended up out of that truck and mess? No, well I think they got out to physically confront her, but she got out of the vehicle with the gun. They didn't have to get out. He got out without the gun with his bare hands. She got out with the gun. And then he had to try to stop her from shooting the gun. He got out without a gun. She got out with a gun. So again, that was emotion from the.
When emotions go wrong. So
Yeah.
Sharala sister says, I don't feel bad for Chris because as a man, listen to the words, y'all. As a man who was supposed to be Smith's friend, he was out of pocket. So the slap wasn't right, but. All right, now let's analyze this. Why is his manhood in question over a joke?
a joke that
He had no idea she had alopecia, and alopecia is not life-threatening. You're just losing your fucking hair.
Shit, I got alopecia there.
I know a lot of women. I know a few women that got alopecia. It's nothing like, and I know one man that got alopecia. One. It's not life-threatening. Now, did she feel some kind of way about it? Probably. But let's look at the facts. We all have seen all kinds of roasts from our favorite black comedians, and they've said some shit. Was that the worst thing you've ever heard?
Nope.
Hell no. Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. That's not the worst thing you've ever heard. Red Fox.
Martin Lawrence doing Def Comedy Jam.
Okay, roasts. It's just that. It's just that. And that was light. And again, he didn't know she had a condition. But in knowing that, so let's say he didn't know. Let's say, being that he didn't know. All right. Your friends, yo, I've been around my friends and we've said some shit to each other. It's all jokes. I do it almost every morning. And y'all laugh. You know what I'm saying? Well, Sharala, I don't know if he did not know, but regardless, it was a joke. It was just a joke about what do you say, G.I. Jane? It was a joke.
Light.
I say stuff to my friends that end everything with head bitch. You know,
It was a joke. It's not like she had a dying disease and then he made a joke about that.
It was a joke that Will Smith laughed at.
And that's another thing. Will laughed at first. Everyone laughed. It was funny. So what? You know, so I don't think he was out of pocket. But you said the slap wasn't right. But I mean, there's no but. Now he went up there and slapped him. Now, this is why I'm saying that women don't understand male violence. Two things. Well, what happened? Let's talk about what happened. He slapped him and Chris didn't do nothing because he was shocked. That's why he didn't run or move anything. He didn't know Will was serious until he got up on him and then slapped him. And then went on this little rant. Watch this. What if he slapped Chris and Chris fell and hit his head?
yeah, that's
Bust
something
his
different.
head. Then what?
Yeah.
What if he
That's something
slapped him
different.
and he fell off the stage? And I'm adding things to it because these are the things that men think about. Men process that. But boys just react. Men process, boys react. Will turned into a fucking 14-year-old right there in front of our eyes. Millions of dollars, hit movies, hit records, and he reverted right into the Fresh Prince right in front of us and slapped Chris Rock. And see, this is what I'm saying. Was he really out of his mind when that happened? Because I guarantee you, The Rock was in the audience. What if The Rock was on the stage telling jokes? Would he have slapped The Rock? No, absolutely not. We just saw rock bottom in real life. He would not have done that. He did it because it was Chris Rock. That was the fucked up thing. And what is fucked up is that's his friend. He said it in the apology. And if he stood on it, you said the slap wasn't right, but to me, there's no buts.
That was
Chris
his
was friends.
He knew Chris, and he knew how far he could go.
Yeah.
But he didn't go that far either.
He didn't know. He did not know. She had a condition. He didn't know. By now, you think he'd lie about it? I don't know. No. You know, and okay, so she says, doesn't matter. Jada did not laugh. Whether she is a good person or her condition was life-threatening, we don't know what she goes through, and it's not right. Okay, so now so now she's the victim?
Okay.
See, this is what I'm saying.
What if now. We talking what if
Women don't
now.
understand male violence. If she was a woman, once she saw her husband, who laughed at first, saw her reaction, get up, and then try and go to the stage, she should have been jumping on that stage. No, Will, stop.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It ain't that serious.
If she was a woman, she would have been acting like a wife, and she would have been her husband's chief defender instead of his friends having to come to his defense, whom he's not married to, whom have not sworn no allegiance or no pledge to him, no nothing, saying that they would be with him through sickness and health or richer or poor, nothing like that. She was the only one in the room who swore a lifelong pledge to that man.
Look, man, the slap was unwarranted, and here we are months later. He admits it, because if he stood on it, he'd be justifying the slap. It was unwarranted. Even Jada said it was unwarranted. Now, the thing that I want to drill here is that Jada's not worth defending. She's not, and y'all know that. She's not worth defending.
That's subjective.
Nope.
It's counterproductive. What the fuck? Now, ladies,
you know
switch the roles. Let's say Will Smith was banging his daughter's best friend, who was a female, of course. Man, he'd be the worst thing in the world.
He'd be a
The
pedophile.
absolute worst.
He'd be R. Kelly.
Yeah. But the
He'd be R.
problem
Kelly.
Shawala, would you like a link?
is how Will Smith sees his wife. That's the problem. Like, we see her as not being defendable. But if Will Smith sees his wife being he need to defend her, he's going to go up on stage and risk his whole career. Let's make it clear. This is a movie that he produced, he directed, he funded, and won an Oscar for the Best Actor. That's a lot on the line. And he can pull that up away just because of a whack-ass joke from Chris Rock.
But, and well, look, somebody said earlier, probably about 30 minutes earlier, about, I'm trying to remember, it was I think something about, it was something about, I think, Will Smith's emotion, that he was emotional or something like that, whatever. And I didn't get to make this point. When the worst thing men can do is act out of emotion.
Exactly.
Okay, emotion will get men. There's a lot of men sitting in prison acting out of emotion.
Thank you.
There's a lot of men that are in the ground acting out of emotion. The worst thing you can do is act out of emotion and not acting out of thinking. You have to think about this is why Will Smith is in a predicament that he's in. This is why Will Smith is still in the marriage that he's in, because he's acting out of emotion and his third leg. Emotion and his third leg is why Will Smith is in his situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, If my wife tell me that my sex is bad, we ain't having sex. Well, I'm gonna give you something that's bad. And I'm not gonna pull an Al Bundy and spend 12 hours in the gym to make you say, "Oh, Terrence." I'm gonna go find somebody that like it.
You know what? That thing that happened in New York was perfect example of men. I always say, man, there's more black men dead in jail over some bullshit involving a woman.
Yeah.
And you ladies that got sons and nephews, y'all need to y'all understand that. Y'all understand how women are. Y'all get that. Popeye and olive oil, man. I did a whole show about that. It's bullshit, man. And that man defended himself in the bodega over some fucking potato chips. And the dude went in there and tried to handle his quote-unquote business to defend the honor of his girl, and dude got stabbed and he died. Guess what? He's dead. The old man was looking at jail. He didn't go to jail. They said it was self-defense. That was the end of that. And she is off in the sunset, probably end up under some other dude.
Yep.
And yes, they got dudes in the bag like that. Chihuahua, you got a link in the chat for you, sis. That's for her only.
And you know what? If she ain't even some dude or didn't already have a sneaky link, she will be in a good 6 weeks after the funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She
Because she gonna cry on somebody's shoulder, and a shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on. So I don't care. True statement.
Yeah.
Well said. And like I said, man, I don't care what people say about their personal life. That shit is rumors. If your ass wasn't there, I don't want to hear it. Or she look, because what we do know, how you doing, sis? What we do know is is what she did. Mute YouTube.
What we do know,
she slept with her son's friend, and that's disgusting. That's disgusting. I don't want to hear about they were swingers or whatever, because we can't confirm that. We heard some things, but we're not there. We don't know. What we do know is what she did.
Yeah.
All right. And in defense of her, he jumps on stage and smacks his friend. There goes that. And we can't go off of what we think is right or wrong, because all I know is that he's disappeared since then. And today I saw an apology. So that's my stance on it.
I don't really think it's true. Shawana said, in the first black produced Oscars. So the first time black people produced the Oscars, he wins the Oscar for a movie that he produced, directed, and funded. He goes up there and do that.
And does that. It's a black eye. Shawala, good morning. Well, good evening, sis. How you doing? You take yourself off mute. You gotta press the button. There's a mute button there. There you go.
Okay, I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing tonight?
Okay, I've never listened to you and speak as well.
Okay, now we can hear you. Everything's cool.
Okay, I've never listened to you.
You got to go to YouTube.
I think you got YouTube playing in the back. Hey, can you mute YouTube and just talk through? You talking?
I do, so I don't know how to listen to you respond is what I'm telling you.
Oh, what are you looking at me on? You looking at me on a laptop? Okay, so you can't hear through the laptop.
I can, but I thought it would give you feedback.
Nah, okay, so what you do is I can hear you fine now. Can you hear me through the laptop? You can hear me through the laptop?
I can, but can you?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. I'm good.
All right. So what you got?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So what you got for us?
So my whole stance is like really delayed.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and talk, babe.
Okay. I've been married for 24 years.
Excellent.
And the way that she is as a woman and to her husband. But I do feel some kind of way about how Chris Rock handled that situation. Everybody doesn't like jokes. I like jokes, I get it, but I just don't truly believe that he was right in what he did.
Okay. All right. True. Not everybody takes jokes the same, but at the same time, this is Chris Rock. This is what he does.
I understand.
And they've known Chris Rock for over 20 years. And I'm sure they've watched him on stage do that to other people on a bad, not a bad level, but on a more grand level. He's brought up there. He's a comedian. He's brought up there specifically to do that. And being that he's friends with them, he knows they ain't mean no harm by that. And I don't think it was that serious enough for her to. I mean, she got thrown off guard, so she got a little stink face. And then he laughed. And then he looked at her, and then he just took matters into his own hands. And that was out of line. And the reason why I say that women don't understand male violence, I'm going to address this in a second, is that could have went left. What if Chris Rock, after the slap, what if the Brooklyn came out and they just started thumping on stage? I think Chris Rock he was very professional in that, and things went left, but I believe that it wasn't that serious. Now, my brother Bumpy says friends don't clown your wife publicly. It was a joke. I mean, to me, that was nothing. We've watched comedy roasts. We watched award shows. I watched Dwayne's, I think it wasn't Damon, it was Marlon. He called Eminem the white ODB. I was like, I got a little snicker out of it, but it was like, so what? Who cares? He's a comedian. This is what they do, and he apologized, y'all. Will Smith apologized because he was wrong. It's not like, again, and it's not like Jada had cancer and was losing her hair, because he would not have done that. Now, Bumpy says friends don't clown your wife publicly. You know what wives don't do? Disrespect their husbands publicly. On a red table talking about I fucked our son's best friend. That was out of line. Now, that's Will's choice to stay with that woman. But fellas, come on. My antennas will go down after that. Like, yo, all right, well, she violated me. She completely violated me. But I'm still here because I'm trying to make this black marriage work. But what you don't do is jump to the defense for her. Because I heard a lot of women talking about, hey, man, that's his wife. And no, let's not forget who she is. She got her kids, her daughter writing letters to a dead Tupac. Think about that for a second. Throwing cameras in his face, violating him. This guy's out here making a super living for his family. And what is she doing? Having her daughter write letters to a dead rapper, wishing that he comes back out the grave, and fucking her son's best friend. How is she honoring her marriage at all? But what he does is he gets up and slaps his best friend on a grand stage, another black man. You can't make it make sense. If there's ever a woman that don't deserve a man, it's Jada. If there was ever a man that needs some sort of intervention on what he's dealing with, it's Will. That whole shit is a damage plan. She should be worshiping the ground that he fucking walks on, man. Bumpy, I understand that's the mother of his kids, but let's not forget what this is. And this leads into the other conversation, my brother. Why don't we ever talk about men being mentally damaged from these situations that they find themselves in? We don't talk about that. We always talk about, oh, what do women say nowadays? What's that term y'all using? All the women are using? Toxic. He was toxic. He was a narcissist. He was toxic, and I was mentally abusing. But bitch, leave. If Will Smith is toxic and mentally abusing, leave those millions of dollars. I bet she won't do it. But she never once said he was toxic and abusive. What do we see? We see a broken man. Go look at the video. He's broke up. He's broke up. He's glassy in his eyes. He looks stressed. All those millions of dollars, all of this fame and fortune in Hollywood, how the fuck are you stretched? Because of your fucking bald-headed wife that fucked your son's best friend. That's all I see. Because that's all we seen. Running to the red table. What fucking career she got? But he chose her. That's the conversation. He chose her. Why isn't she honoring her marriage? Why isn't she respecting her husband? Is Jada Pinkett respecting her husband?
Hell no. But
No.
you know what?
Absolutely not.
But you know what, Drew? Though I just remember something. Listening to you, I just remembered something. Remember when Chris Rock hosted the that same award show a couple years earlier, when Jada Pinkett and them were boycotting the Oscars because there were no black nominees.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock got up there and said, and made a joke. He said, well, Jada Pinkett is boycotting the Oscars, but it don't matter because you weren't invited. So he basically had, just said, you don't fucking matter. And then to turn around and now I remember what my stance was previous. He made that joke back then and basically embarrassed her in front of a room of white people when she wasn't there to defend herself or anything like that. And then he came back when they were present, and then he made that joke when he, in my opinion at the time, I was like, okay, he should have not said anything at all. He should have said nothing at all because he told them that they didn't matter a couple years before in a room full of white folks. And they weren't there because there was no black people nominated. Then he came back when they asked him to host again, and Jada and Will were sitting right front row, and he gonna say, make a bald head joke right there in front of him in a room full of the same white folk, and without no consequences, repercussions. That was my first thought when the thing popped off. I was like, okay, yeah, he should have gotten embarrassed in front of that same group of white folk, the way he tried to embarrass them a couple years before. But then when I had more time to think about it, I look at the dynamic of what was going on and how dude was being mentally manipulated, stuff like that, whatever. Now I kind of changed my stance. But at the same time, I look at Chris and I'm like, yeah, you kind of pulled a little hoe card with them white folk, you know what I'm saying, with your comedy there for the last couple years, though.
Hold on. I'm texting somebody.
But even though he pulled that card with the white folks a couple of years ago, that still doesn't hold fact that he should smack him for that joke. Like what Will Smith had on the line was so much, and Jada should have known that as well. Like, you should have known what your husband went through making his movie King Richard. That was a lot to put up on the line, and that joke should have been something handled in the backstage. It should have been something on the blog sites that they heard about, not something that everybody's seen.
Okay.
That was something that was not. That was an issue that was obviously not taken care of, that festered, that should be taken care of amongst black folk.
Let me address this. The brother Bumpy says, room full of white people, he shits on a black woman. It's deeper than that, brother. It's deeper than that. How many times Chris Rock been on that stage? And why are we acting like Jada's the only person he ever roasted in his life? All right. How about this? She took the joke. She didn't get up. Matter of fact, she didn't even defend Will for the slap. Y'all do remember that, right?
Yeah,
She didn't
that's
defend
part of the
it.
problem. That's part of the problem.
Right. She didn't defend it. She said it was out of line herself. She said that. It was only a joke. This is Will Smith. See, this is the accountability part we're talking about. It's accountability. It wasn't only a disrespect to, he didn't even, it was a joke. So what, we can't joke, I can't joke with my brothers and sisters anymore. I can't do it. Would it have made it a difference? Would it have made a difference if it was the Soul Train Awards? Would that have been better? It wouldn't have been better. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy that, Bumpy. I don't buy that. He didn't shit on her. It was a joke. Like I said, if she had cancer and was losing, if she was going through chemo and he did that, I'd be like, bro, come on, don't do that.
Yeah,
it's out of fucking. And he didn't know she had alopecia. You know what I'm saying?
But Drew, the boycott.
Do you know for sure? Like, I haven't followed this, but do you know for sure that she did not have that he didn't know she had alopecia?
Do you think he's lying about that? Because he said he didn't know. Do you think he's lying about that? I believe him.
And
I believe him.
No, alopecia is not that serious of a disease.
It's not.
Yeah, I personally don't care about that because it's not that serious.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Chris Rock
like I
say
said,
that.
She could buy wigs. She could buy
look, the
hair.
wrong person got slapped. The wrong person got slapped.
No one should have gotten slapped.
Will should have gotten slapped after he found out she banged his son's friend. He should have slapped himself. How about that? I mean, really think about this, man. Think about how goofy this is. Really think about how goofy this is.
Jada is not a good person, but Will Smith is choosing to put up with that. I do not think.
I agree. At the end of the day, Will Smith was agreeing to be a part of this circus.
He played himself, and everybody that was agreeing with him now, he doesn't even agree with that move. It's over.
I think it needs an intervention.
And can we say that Will Smith is an abused male? Can we say that now?
Yeah, we can say that.
We can definitely say that.
He's in the what? The what now?
He's an abused male. He's abused.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely
abused.
So, Terrence, you said he needed an intervention. Who would he have an intervention with?
Man, I don't know who's in his inner circle, man. But if he's got any real friends, man, they need to be. They need to be like. They need to take him to off to one of them resorts that they go to, man, and they need to just surround that brother and be like, hey, look, man, this needs to stop. They need to treat him like somebody that's got an alcoholic or somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, that's addicted to something. You know what I'm saying, and say, tell him like, we need to get you out of this environment, and get you back on track.
Okay, this is why Bumpy. It makes sense now. Your shorty got alopecia. This is very seriously, emotionally to her. All right, but again, Chris said he ain't know. He thought she just did that.
Yeah, I heard stories that it wasn't even true.
Yeah, look, I don't know. But my thing is this: do you think Chris was purposely? I see you, Shawal. That's all good. Do you think he meant harm? You think he was intentionally trying to hurt her? No, it was a joke. Like, he jokes about everybody. He's a comedian. That's what he's paid to do. Yeah. And sometimes they do things. The funniest things when comedians do is when they go off script and it flows from their head. That's the funniest shit.
Actually, you know what? That was scripted. That was actually scripted.
What, the G.I. Jane joke?
Yes, that was scripted.
Okay. Well, but he didn't know. Well, she didn't know about it. And Will Smith ain't know about it.
But he had the autonomy to not do it. and he went on. He went along with it. So he didn't even write that joke. The writers for the show wrote that joke.
Okay, so the writers from the show wrote the joke. He says the joke, he gets slapped in the face. So Will slapped the wrong person. But again, Chris didn't know. He didn't get an itinerary. He didn't get the script to say, yo, she has alopecia and she shaved her head. So what we're gonna do is da 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 da. No, she has a shaved head. Make a G.I. Jane joke.
No doubt. It should have been pulled up backstage.
Yeah, it should. Man, listen. Here's the deal, man. So Bumpy, it hits you different because it affects you. That situation affects you directly because it's something that your lady's going through personally. So that's how it hits you. But what I'm saying is, it was a joke, homie. And this is what I'm saying. The bigger picture was there was a lot of black people there. And what's worse, a G.I. Jane joke or Will Smith smacking another black man? 2 millionaires, A-class actors, getting into some shit on stage on a grand for the world to see. What's worse?
Young black men look up to him, watch him on movies and stuff like that.
That's right.
Everybody wants to be Will Smith.
Didn't his kids jump on Twitter and be like, that's right, Dad?
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
What the fuck are we dealing with here?
Toxic male behavior.
That's ridiculous. Now watch this. What if after the show, Chris is like one of what, 10 siblings? This I'm saying. Y'all ladies don't understand male violence. What if all of his siblings was backstage and they jumped on Will? Come on, man. Like I said, what if he slapped Chris and Chris fell back and hit his head? It'd have been something else.
Will is not a fighter.
Will's not a fighter. What if Chris fought back and they start tangling up and rolling on fucking stage and be like, yo, go to commercial. But guess who it all falls on? Us. And it's not over a G.I. Jane joke, family. This is what I'm saying. It's not over a G.I. Jane joke. Will Smith failed to control himself, and worst of all, who he was defending. And I'm sorry, it was Jada Pinkett, man. I don't give a fuck if that is wife, man. We all like to say, oh, what he did and what she did. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to bring up their swinging lifestyle. We don't know anything about that. We don't even know if that's true or not. That's just all alleged. What we do know is what she did. That's what we know. Stop bringing up what they used to do or what we heard they did. We were not there. Let's talk about the facts. Let's talk about what we do know about her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that. I don't want to talk about what the Hollywood secrets. We're in different cities and states. We don't know about that shit. That's all rumors. What we do know is that she banged that kid and he blew it up. What we do know is that she's been abusing this dude mentally. We do know that. We see it. And what we do know is that she didn't co-sign him jumping on the stage and slapping his millionaire best friend. And we also know that he regrets it now. Salute to Hardbody JT Mo in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me take this, y'all. Y'all go ahead and cook.
I want to ask about the intervention. I had a call, my bad. So, like, Will Smith been in Hollywood. Well, his first album came out in 87. His show came out in 1990. You think he still have friends that's really connected to him that's going to tell him the real, like, yo, you got to get out of this? Or is he going to have friends who come tell him, you need to stay with this?
I mean, he's made a lot of friends throughout the industry and whatnot, and there's a lot of solid brothers,
right?
A lot, not just brothers, but as far as melanated individuals, he's made a lot of friends. Period. You know, male friends and female friends, because I think like the Tisha Campbells and all of them got a lot of sense that see what's going on. That'll tell this brother, hey, this ain't right, and you need to get up out of the situation because this is going to destroy your entire career and your legacy. And when your career is over, all you got is your legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And without your legacy, your career never happened. You know what I'm saying? Because your legacy is the only thing that sustains your career when your career is over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the man's got, I'm pretty sure he's made enough friends if they're real friends. See, that's the thing about Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You only got friends as long as you're viable, as long as you're popping.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying, when you go broke and you can no longer get jobs, or you can no longer, you know what I'm saying, be the big budget movie star and all that kind of stuff, whatever. Then you ain't got friends no more. It's like the music industry.
Right.
When you can't sell records no more and you're not popping no more, you ain't got no friends. You only got friends as long as you some good to somebody.
Yeah.
When you're in those industries, you really don't have friends. You're only as good as you are good to somebody.
So who are Will Smith's friends to pull him in and say, hey?
who knows?
So we said he needed to check him, but he didn't even check. He don't have no friends. I don't know if he have friends or not, but like Jazz, like who's Alfonso,
Jazz,
Dario, I guess Carlton.
Okay, well,
maybe Quincy Jones. Like,
well, he better hurry up and get with Quincy now, because Quincy got 1 foot in life and 1 foot out.
Yeah.
How old is it? How old is that dude? 180?
Quincy Jones. Let me Google it real quick. Hold on.
You know, so
I don't know Will Smith's life for what he not showing, but
Quincy graduated high school with Jesus. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, Quincy's 89.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he's older than.
Okay. Well, he graduated high school with Elijah Muhammad. So.
Yeah.
So. I'm just saying.
I don't know who, like 87, his first album, 1990, his first show came out. That's a long time.
Yeah, and I had his albums before that.
Yeah.
You know, Parents Just Don't Understand, all that stuff. The Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. See, I'm from Maryland. You know what I'm saying? They from Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, my nana's from Philly.
Yeah.
You know, so we go to my nana's house in Philly and whatnot. And they was bumping all that. I had the jeans with, you know what I'm saying, with the graffiti on the jeans, and the jean jacket with the graffiti on the jean jacket. You know what I'm saying? Put a cardboard out, put the graffiti on the cardboard, and break dance on the cardboard.
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, what about that?
Yeah, Jada's a piece of crap. Yeah, Will overreacted, but Chris still chose to clown Jada in front of those woods.
Yeah.
Triangle of dysfunction. I see. I understand. But you know what?
Graffiti on the cardboard.
Oh, graffiti. Oh, y'all talking about breakdance. You talking about the 80s.
Yeah. Graffiti on the cardboard in Philly. You know, talk about Will Smith in Philly. Graffiti on the cardboard. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti on the jean jacket with a graffiti on the jean jacket. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Take them cardboard boxes, cut them up, flatten them out. You know what I'm saying? Put the graffiti on that. Hey, you can't dance on it if you ain't got the art on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the graffiti on there. So you got to have it all right. Then you battle.
Word up.
Then you battle. And everybody got to pose right. Waiting for your for your chance. Hey, Drew, what's the pose?
Y'all know what time it is.
What you can go on. Hey, he got the hat on right now.
Can go on.
What you can go on. With the full brim. What about that? Hey, let me see that kangaroo on the back. Hey, Drew, let me see the kangaroo.
You know what time it is. Here's the deal. I see what we're trying to say. In the end, Will is his own person, whether you like Jada or not. Will loves her. But let me ask y'all a question, ladies. Shauna, do you like Jada? Do you like her? Because I see a lot of women defending her. Well, you see, accountability is like, y'all ladies, you know, Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll, Philly show, with accountability. Y'all like? No. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Because women don't let a motherfucking thing rest. Y'all don't let a motherfucking thing rest. Y'all will bring up some shit that some nigga said 10 fucking years ago and relate it to something happening right now.
30 years ago. No. 30 years ago to see if you say the same thing.
Yeah, man. No. I'm not letting this go because this is a problem. And it has to be addressed. Everyone that agreed with Will Smith is now apologizing, which means he don't agree with y'all. Y'all understand this? By the way, sidebar, LeVon, you have another Instagram account?
Oh yeah, I got my personal page and my business page right
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I can't keep up with stuff on my personal page anymore, so I have to go to my.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I might close this page tonight.
Okay.
Because the customer service on Instagram is shitty anyway.
I'll give them a second.
You know what I mean? You can't talk to nobody, and they don't know what the fuck they doing. Whatever the fuck. I told y'all Instagram's on shaky legs. I don't need that. I might start a Painful Excellence, whatever page, whatever the fuck. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I think she all right as an entertainer. What did you like her in? A Different World?
I like
goddamn 20, 30 years ago?
That was the last thing I seen in Gotham. That show about Batman as a kid.
The Matrix.
You don't know her personally. We don't know either of them personally, but when it came to who did what with her fucking her son's best friend, because that's what she did, all I heard was, oh, well, they used to be swingers. Oh, they're swingers. Can you prove it?
Well,
hold her accountable, man.
The best.
We don't know Will Smith personally either, but he's given us decades of entertainment. Decades. Overshadowing her. Ain't no one talking about, Jada Pinkett Smith, her next movie. Ain't no one talking about her. And here she is with a high value man, a person that a lot of women would love to be with, but he chose her. Why y'all not pointing that out? Will Smith is a high value man. Why are you not pointing out how he's choosing a chick that's not worth it? I haven't heard y'all say that. The fuck? Well, listen. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn alopecia joke. It wasn't even an alopecia joke. It was a G.I. Jane joke because she shaved her fucking head. And I don't think he knew. He didn't even write the fucking joke. He just said it. I don't care. And guess what? She didn't even justify him getting on that stage and doing that shit. He did it and he made a mistake. Bottom line.
And
that's
I have
it.
a comment about the alopecia. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. If somebody had alopecia and they shave their head bald, don't they have patches in a Caesar? She have a clean shaved.
Yeah, and that's
patches.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Alopecia got patches.
Let me tell you, I know people with alopecia.
Yeah.
I know people with alopecia. And I didn't harp on it because I don't give a fuck about her. But I said alopecia. She must have some good medicine or something because that looked like just a Caesar to me. There was no patches or nothing. I've seen people with alopecia, man. I know people with alopecia. Right now in real time.
There's actually a scar right here too. You see that?
Mm-hmm. I know a young lady with alopecia.
You see the scar on her head?
She got her shit doesn't look normal when it's shaved down.
Like a shaved cut.
Cut she just has a fucking seed.
It's like it's growing back with no head. So when you have alopecia, you can see those little spots that's not coming in. Because my son's mother does wigs and she does people with alopecia, and I see the spots when she does people with wigs. But when you have just a regular shaved head, you have there's no spots.
So Shauna TV says she made a red table talk about her alopecia. First of all, I don't believe her. I don't believe she has alopecia. That's number one. Number two, you think Chris Rock has time to sit down? Chris Rock, millionaire, busy running. You think he takes his time out? Oh man, the red table's on. I'm gonna go watch that. He didn't give a fuck about that.
And another thing, how many men are going to sit there and watch Red Table Talk?
Watch the motherfucking red table
and sit and sit there and listen to her downgrade and denigrate her husband.
Thank you.
Because
that's bullshit.
Because that's what she does on the Red Table Talk. Every conversation they have, she turns it right back around and talks bad about her husband. She brings everything right back and talk about Will. How many men are going to do that?
Listen, watch this. You know when I found out about alopecia? After the fucking slap.
Yeah, I know.
That's when I found out about it. I said, wait a minute, alopecia? What? Who got alopecia? She got. That's why she shaved her head. And I looked at her head. I said, she's not bald. It's a low Caesar.
My wife taught me about that. I didn't know anything about that. My wife taught me about what that was. I didn't know. I didn't know what it was.
I knew what it was, and I've seen it. And people do shave their head down to make it look even. Some women just wear wigs. But I looked at her and I said, it looked like if she just grows her shit out, it'll be normal. There was no patches. I don't know if it was makeup or not. I don't know. But the whole point is, Chris didn't know. Now she was smiling, and then she's like, "Oh, he got me." Will laughed at first, and was that enough? Did that warrant him to jump on the fucking stage and slap his buddy, his millionaire buddy? We got two black, well-accomplished millionaire men. One slapped the other. Did the world need to see that? Can we hold Will Smith accountable for that? Because he's holding himself accountable because he apologized.
Let's not forget this either. When he slapped him, if you seen the video, like after the slap of Jada, she was laughing at it.
See?
She laughed at the slap.
She laughed at it.
That's some demon stuff. But at the same time, Will didn't react till he saw the look on her face. And like I said before, that's that look like, see, that's why I do what I do. And Will reacted, mental manipulation, got up and was like, well, I'm a thug like Pop. You know what I'm saying? I could be like Pop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no gun, but you know what I'm saying? But I got this, and I can go up there and they give him a open-handed smack in the face. And like I told people before, I said one of the worst things that a man could do to another man is give him an open-handed smack. That's worse than a punch in the face. If you open-handed smack a man in the face, you know what I'm saying? Like, just open-handedly smack a man in the face is like saying that you not a man. I'm going to hit you like I would hit a woman because you're not a man. I'm not going to punch you. I'm going to open-handedly smack you in the face and then walk away because you know what? Because you're not going to do nothing about it. So you open-handedly smacked him in the face and then turned his back on him and walked away. And like, you're not going to do nothing about it. But see, he knew he could do that to Chris Rock. Now, had it been somebody, had it been like Drew said, had that been Dwayne Johnson hosting the show,
you would never have done that.
Man, Dwayne Johnson would have suplexed his ass through the stage.
He'd have fucked him up on the stage right there. He wouldn't even got on that fucking stage, man.
No, he wouldn't have.
And that's what I'm saying. So, you know, this is what I'm saying, and this is my point.
He knows that what he has on the line, just like Chris Rock knows what he has on the line. So
it would have been embarrassing if he slapped The Rock and The Rock fucked him up on the stage. That would have been embarrassing.
The Rock would have did that.
And guess what? Jada still would have been sitting there like, I didn't tell him to do that.
Yeah.
But that would have made her hot because that's who she is.
But I don't think The Rock would have did that. I think these people realize how high of an accomplishment it is to be hosting the Oscars in those white people's eyes. And I think they feel like, all right, I got to this level. Let me not act a fool like Will Smith is doing. I don't think The Rock, Chris Rock, anybody would throw their career away the way that Will Smith did. It's too much work to get to where they at.
Exactly. It's way too much work.
It's too much work.
Shauna said, The Rock said that he wouldn't have said that joke. Well, fine. The joke, Rock's not really a comedian like that. Chris Rock is.
And that's hindsight 2020.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. So who's justifying the slap at this point? And think about it. He slapped her. All right, are you mad at the alopecia joke? Well, it wasn't alopecia because it was a G.I. Jane joke. He didn't say, oh yeah, alopecia, yeah, G.I. Jane. He didn't even say. He said, yeah, salute, something, Jada Pinkett, yeah, G.I. Jane Part 2. I said, oh, that was cute. He didn't mention alopecia. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Did the writers know she had alopecia? I don't know. But Chris said he didn't know. And who's justifying the goddamn joke? I mean, who's justifying the slap? And then to take it a step further, who is he slapping in the name of who? Her? In the name of her? She doesn't. Here's my point, y'all. She don't deserve no goddamn defense. Because dudes get killed for less. We just had a stabbing over here. Over a bitch that I promise you wasn't worth it. Over a bag of chips, that man is dead. He killed himself.
Yep.
Yeah, why you do this to my girl? Why you do? Dead. And she boo-hooed for about 48 hours and she on to the next. And you know what? When his family or whoever say, yo, why didn't you stop him from going back in there? She didn't stop him. Why didn't you stop him from going back in there? You know what she probably more than likely said? I didn't tell him to do that. I told y'all the story about the dude that worked with my brother. I'm gonna give you the quick rundown again in case y'all forgot. My brother was working with this kid, young kid. Next thing you know, he hears gunshots. Goes outside, he's on the floor with his brains hanging out of his head. What the fuck? Old man standing there, dropped the gun. Right? Police came. Why'd you do that? How would you feel if someone was fucking your wife? This man was well into like his 60s or something. This dude that's dead now was in his mid-20s. The chick he was banging, mid-20s, was married to that old-ass man, had a baby. Found out that she was getting her spine ripped out by the young kid. And he did nothing. There was nothing he could do but in a fit of rage, take that kid's life. One dead, one in prison, she's on to the next. And when it was asked, yo, there was nothing you could, first of all, why are you cheating on your husband? Oh, well, you know, he couldn't get it up or whatever. You know, I have needs. Why couldn't you stop him from doing that? I didn't tell him to do that. It always comes down to that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him to. But if a majority of the world, if the majority of the world was standing on the side of Will Smith, she'd have been on that side. She waited to see what was the reaction going to be. That's why I'm saying she's poisonous. And he's just as foolish for subjecting himself to that. When he went and tried to go get help, she followed him to the other side of the goddamn world, damn near.
Yo,
I don't know if you tried or not, but
that's off.
Summed it up perfectly. He said Jada is trash, but that's Will's trash. That's his treasure.
Yeah, yo, we can't. Nobody can tell him what to do.
Yeah.
We don't qualify to tell him what to do. But I'm not going to deny what we're seeing. We can't deny what we're seeing. I'm not going to let no lady tell me, yo, look, he made this choice and that's just it. No, fuck that. Because y'all don't do that when dudes do that to girls. We hear it every day. Why, 3 kids later and a relationship for 10 years and now you're getting rid of him? What happened? Oh, he was toxic. Was that before or after kid number 3? When did you realize he was toxic? Because y'all love throwing that word around. Toxic. We're the Toxic Avengers. Remember that? The Toxic Crusaders, whatever the fuck. The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, man.
Y'all dating these motherfuckers, making babies, procreating. And when we ask that, y'all insist that this motherfucker was the ringmaster from Marvel Comics. He was hypnotizing y'all motherfuckers for years. He hypnotized you into having kids and procreating and everything else and never married you. But you insist that you was under some mental brain thing going on with him.
Yeah, but they were. I mentioned it earlier. Because you're not going to get over or get away from this individual if you keep fucking him. If you keep fucking her or keep fucking him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not... The mental aspect is going to still stay there if you keep physically engaging with this individual. Now, there's some people that can say, you know what, we done, whatever, and roll out. And then there's some, you know what I'm saying, that as long as they stay in the house and keep having that sex, you know what I'm saying, that makes it way more harder to break that bond. Now, I speak for myself. I remember my ex-wife had cheated on me. I was away on military duty, and I came home and I found out about it. And I was sitting there. I had my and this is that shit. I was sitting there. I had a 41 Magnum. I was sitting there and I had a gun in my hand. I was like, I knew to do work. I knew what time he had to be to work and everything like that. And I was sitting there and I had a gun in my hand. I was like, he don't know what I look like. He don't know who I am. I can get this motherfucker this morning. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can get this motherfucker this morning. I can get this motherfucker this morning. I got my truck, drove down there. He was a pharmacist. He worked at a hospital. I'm sitting there. I knew what he drove because she talked. I'm sitting there. He was late for work. I see him get out of the car. I look up at the top of the building. I see the camera. As he pulled up, the camera come facing that way, my way. So I'm like, it didn't go back the other way. But by the time he made it back to the building, and there was and the security guard was sitting there in the hospital van, in hospital vehicle. So I'm like, nah, I'm sitting there. It's 41 mag revolver, sitting there, hammer cop. I'm like, nah, this gun too loud. Guard right there, camera right there. I pulled out, went on home. Got his phone number off of my ex-wife's phone records. Called him up. We had several conversations, realized the dude wasn't that bad. She had lied to him the whole time.
See that?
She had lied to him the whole time. And dude wasn't that bad a dude. Actually was a good dude. Just got, you know what I'm saying, he was manipulated. He was manipulated. And he told me, said, man, you were nothing like she described you.
See that? You were the demon. See that?
And here, I told him, I said, man, you know what? I almost killed you. He said, what do you mean? And I told him the date and time. I said, do you remember seeing an olive green expedition sitting outside your job? He said, your wife said you have an olive. He said, I mean, yeah, I remember seeing one. He said, he said, I remember seeing it. And I said, he said, I remember she saying that you had one. He said, I saw it. I was like, that looked like she described what you had, but he said it. She said it was in the shop getting with body work, but I ain't paying no mind. I was like, no, that was me. I said, nah. I said, I had my gun in my hand. I said, no, that was me. I had my gun in my hand. You was late for work that morning, right? He said, yeah, I was 20 minutes late. I said, yeah. I said, you made me late for taking my kids to daycare. I said, I was there for you.
See that?
Wow. Damn.
Now, unfortunately, that incident I spoke about was in the late 90s. That dude was in his late 50s, probably 60s, from what I was told. We're now in 2022. I don't even know if he's alive. But from what I do know is that young man's brains was on the sidewalk. There's no coming back from that. And that chick had a baby by the old man, probably secured the bag, but was getting her sexual gratification taken care of by the young man more her age. One dead, one in jail. And the whole time, and his was fucked up. She probably had a group of people rooting for her. Girl, if his ding-a-ling don't work, you gotta get it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, no accountability at all, man.
And I was away on military duty. You know what I'm saying? I would never allow a woman to put me in a situation again. that mental manipulation. Never. I'm not married to that woman. I'm not married to her now.
Mm.
I divorced her. That same woman, when I was away on deployment, fighting in a war, took off while I was in Afghanistan. Didn't even stay to see my body drop.
Damn.
I was married to her for 15 years. Was with her for 18. If I had got killed, she would have never been there to even see. Never even been there to claim my body. I took my kids and everything.
Yo, LeBron, sidebar. I just showed what you. Oh my God.
Terrence, thank you for your services, man.
I just saw what you sent me just now.
Yeah. I know you say you're not on Instagram, but it's been going crazy on my Instagram.
You know what, man? I'm moving to the fucking moon. The air's better. This can't be real life. I'll cook on this. I'll cook on this next week. This is fucking ridiculous.
Hey, like,
This
look,
is ridiculous.
you see the oxygen tanks in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's for the real bad headaches I get. When I get real bad headaches, I gotta sit. I gotta run the oxygen tanks in the living room and sit with oxygen mask on. Like for the headaches.
Man, that's bad, brother. But look, man. To bring this shit full circle back to this was about Will Smith's apology. To me, bottom line, whoever sided with Will Smith's slap, you sided with the wrong side, because he's now backing off of that. And the person he did it in the name of, which is his wife, she said she never co-signed it. So sorry. End of discussion. That shit is over. He was wrong. And she said, like I said, the dude that murdered the young kid, more than likely that girl said, I ain't telling him to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. The shooting in Houston, you see the man taking the gun out of his girl's hand. Like, stop, what the fuck? And he probably stood there in court when the detective spoke to him. You see me try to get the gun away from her. I didn't tell her to do all of that. You see?
And no bail. He's in prison with no bail.
You see what I'm saying? So she got him in trouble. You see? You got this brother killed defending his woman's honor. One man is dead. The other man was about to go to jail, but he didn't go to jail. And when the family's asking her, she more than likely said, I didn't tell him to do all of that. I just told him I had a problem. I saw a video back in the day where a woman was beefing at a what is that? Not Domino's.
Pizza Hut?
Nah, the other one was owned by the racist dude.
Papa John's.
Papa John's. Black woman in there, you know. I ain't even gonna get into it. You know, the typical black shit, neck going like this, overweight, beefing about pizza. And you see the dude just behind it, white guy standing behind the counter, like, yo, da 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 da. She spit on him. Now here's the thing. He wipes his face and gets from behind the counter. Right? Walks past another white guy and he says something to her. Like, yo, what the fuck? She turned around and starts beefing at him. Spits on him. Then she spit on two men and was about to leave. They turned around, was like, yo, what the fuck? Her big ass boyfriend walks in. The dude that was servicing the restaurant gets back behind that counter. The other white guy at the end of the line, what do you think happened to him? He got his ass pummeled. It was all on camera. Beat the shit out of him and insult to injury. The black dude picked up his phone, took the phone, left. Now, the black man, of course, went to jail. He went to jail. He got some serious time too, because he also had a pre-existing. So from what I remember, he got like 8 years over that shit. Because his girl likes to spit on niggas at fucking Papa John's.
Sad.
You mean to tell me she don't know what kind of boyfriend? You mean to tell me she spit on 2 men? And you know why she felt safe? Because she knew that nigga was outside.
Yeah.
And when he saw her beef and he burst into the fucking store and beat the shit out the dude, the white guy at the end of the line, beat him unconscious and took his phone. So that was robbery and assault and all kinds of weird shit.
He should have been shot.
Yeah, now if that white man, I don't remember where that happened. If that was a Cary State and dude pulled out and blasted him, we'd have been marching in the street. We shall overcome.
No, some bullshit.
It was all on fucking video.
I would have been marching because I would told him I would have shot him too.
Now watch this.
I'm listening to the story and I'm thinking I would have shot him.
Well, we gotta keep it calm. You know how YouTube is.
Yeah.
But check this out. He goes to jail. It was like when he got sentenced, it was like 8 years, right? So he's done. All right. What do you think that fucking mutt, that hyena that he was with, that he flew in there for? What do you think she said?
I ain't tell him to do that.
I ain't tell him to do
Exactly. I had it under control. I didn't like the service, and I think I was being racially profiled. Mind you, there was multiple. Matter of fact, there was like 3 white people in the whole goddamn thing. What the fuck did she mean racially profiled? She walked in that shit beefing. Why the line so long, looking ass? And then when she got to the front, what you mean I can't have pineapples and pepperoni? I didn't hear the audio. I'm just saying, but what the fuck warranted her to spit on the dude? He didn't curse it or nothing. He just said, sorry, man, I can't. Duh.
And if you're being racially profiled, just go to another store.
Go to another fucking store. When she got off the line, spit on him, the dude said something. No, he did say something smart. And then she turned around and spit on him. He was like, yo, what the fuck? And then the big nigga flew in there and kicked his ass and stole his phone.
Man,
okay? Now he got 8 years, right? And when they went to her and said, well, your thoughts on what happened? I didn't tell him to do that. It was under control. I was leaving. And here's the fucked up part. In certain states, like I said, I don't remember what state that was in. You can't spit on people. That's like assault, man.
Yeah.
Why didn't they charge her? And I remember reading the comment section. This was on Facebook years ago. And everyone was like, yo, hold up. She spit on so-and-so. She spit on 2 people. Why is she not, what the fuck? And that dude made a decision to do that. You see, brothers, here's another thing. Stop being around fucking women that like to use you as a goddamn battering ram.
Yeah.
People in
Stop
general.
doing that shit.
People in
I've
general.
been in that situation more than enough times in my life. And I'm like, yo, I don't know why. I literally told women, I don't know why you're doing that shit. They're going to jump up and kick your ass. I'm not going to do a motherfucking thing. These bitches be turned up. You walking into a restaurant, she beefing at the goddamn waiter, the waitress, and everybody. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Fellas, don't go to a club with no fucking girl. Don't do it. Never. Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Don't go with your female cousins that are younger than you.
Look, let them go by themselves. Let them go by themselves. Because you know how men are. You know how men are. You're like, yo, I don't want to. Yo, true story, this happened to me. I'm leaving the club with a shorty. I look up that way. I just see a bunch of niggas. I'm like, you know what? No. Her car's over there. We're going to walk around this fucker. And she starts walking up there. I'm like, whoa. Let's go over here. Wow, the fucking car's right there. Let's go this way. Oh, what the fuck? I mean, I don't give a fuck about them niggas. No. I know you don't. I do. What the fuck? You scared? Nah, I ain't scared. I'm smart. Go ahead and walk that way. I'll meet you at the fucking car. How about that? And she knew what I was gonna do if I met her at the car first. You know, she had on high heels. You know what I was gonna do if she wasn't at that car by the time I got there. And there was no Uber back then. There was no Uber back. There was no such fucking thing. If I got to my fucking car before she did, ghost. Cause I'm like, well, she walked through that crowd, something happened to her. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And don't you dare come in there. Oh, one grab me. What are you gonna do? Nothing. We in the car. You fucking fool. You goddamn foolish mortal. You piece of grease. Get out of here. Fuck you very much. I learned early. Will Smith is with a goddamn chick that think he a goddamn battering ram. She don't respect him. And I don't think enough sisters are speaking up for him. That's a problem with me. Will Smith is the nice, well-spoken millionaire guy that came out the rough neighborhood and made something of himself. And not enough sisters are speaking up for him. Jada's the bad guy. Why are y'all not saying, yo, you don't need that bitch? Do better. I don't hear enough women saying that. Am I lying on that? Am I wrong?
It's because of the hair. A lot of women are sensitive with hair. And because it's a hair joke, they take Jada's side. That's why.
A lot of women mad at the hair joke and they fucking wear wigs. Take the wigs off. Stop putting all that mascara on. Stop putting those fucking rakes on your eyeballs. Stop fucking wearing goddamn eyebrows with the pencil in the eyebrow. Man, I saw a bitch on Castle Hill today. That bitch looked like a Japanimation character. The bitch looked like Ken Sherwood from Fist of the North motherfucking Star.
Well,
I was like, is this bitch serious?
Well, I don't know about that, about the hair thing, but I can say what I relate to this kinda. Will Smith is from West Philly. Is from West Philly, which is a very rough spot in Philadelphia. I'm from the Hill in Maryland, in Talbot County, Maryland, on Eastern Shore. It's the oldest African American community in the oldest free black community in the United States, and it was really, really rough. Where at the time I grew up, it was one of the poorest communities in the United States. That there was a TV show back in the day called 2020, and our community was profiled on 2020. It was at one point our community was poorer than South Central or any community in New York, New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, any place in California, anything like that, was the Hill community. And I was raised, that's where I was raised. My wife was raised in a place called Secretary, Maryland, which, where a bunch of watermen and stuff like that are from and whatnot. They do a bunch, all the brothers, all the old school cats, they have boats and they go out there and they crab and fish and stuff like that. That's how they make their living. And so like, I grew up in a community that was surrounded by drug dealers and stuff like that. I'm maybe one of only two brothers from my generation that made it out of the block, that never was arrested for drug dealing or anything like that. Never sold drugs, never did drugs, anything like that. The only other one was a homosexual. He don't matter. He don't count. He been happy to go to jail. So I'm the only one that that made it out, that didn't do any of that stuff. And so I look at like myself like I was looked at like it's kind of like a square. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls in the community, they called me corny. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go to the dances. I didn't go to the at the Hog Net when have like a dance or something like that, and they like the most popular DJ that would do all the dances, that they call him, his name was Wild Goose. I didn't go to none of the dances. I never been to a basketball game or a football game until after I had graduated and I was grown. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to school on Monday morning. It was like, well, Terrence, you were at the game. I was like, nah, I was working. I had a job. You know what I'm saying? Friday night, everybody else at the game, I was working. I had a job. They called me corny for that. Like, oh, you corny, you a square. You know what I'm saying? You this, you that. You know what I'm saying? So when I got older, none of the girls, you know what I'm saying, I was like what they were like how Jada is treating Will Smith. Like a square. You know what I'm saying? You corny. I can do to you whatever I want to do. And he's acting like that Mark. He's gonna have to break out of that. Like every dude has to, if you understand what I'm saying. He's still in that same mode.
Yeah.
He's still in that same mode. That corny boy from high school. You know what I'm saying? He's still the.
But you know what?
He's still act like the Fresh Prince.
This is a prime example of what I'm saying, family. Y'all all heard the joke about the husband store that the white lady told. You know, you walk into the store and first floor, it's like 6 floors. First floor, these men have good jobs. Then the next floor, these men have good jobs and they love kids. And the next floor, it's like the men get better, right? And then women, once you get to the 5th floor, the men have good jobs. They're over 6 feet tall. They're good in bed. They love kids and they're millionaires and blah. And then when the women say, okay, I got to see what's on the 6th floor. They get to the 6th floor. They say you are like the 560th person to get here. And you're further proof that there's no pleasing woman. Y'all all heard that joke. At this point, okay, Will made a mistake. He admitted it. Y'all lost that argument. Whether you think it was justified or not, y'all lost that argument. All right. It was wrong. Bottom line, and he's apologized. He's not doubling down on it. It was wrong. Jada Pinkett already said I didn't tell him to do that, and she disagreed with it. So y'all lost that argument if you agree with him. Now that that's done, because there's no justifying that. I'm not seeing enough women go at Jada Pinkett for her choices, for her abuse, and when men step up and say, yo, look, man, you need to do better than that shit, I'm seeing women saying, oh, well, he chose her. What the fuck do y'all want? She's not a good person. Based off of the facts, she's not a good person. She's not a good person, y'all, at all. Not a good person. So what the fuck do y'all want? Are y'all standing up for this brother or what? Because I know if he fucked his daughter's friend, y'all be right now, it'd come up in every conversation. Like, yeah, you know, Will Smith, he's going to be in this new movie. And he fucked his daughter's friend. It would come up every day. It would come up every day.
He'd be like,
where's accountability?
He'd be like Woody Allen.
Yeah. Woody Allen. And he was showing up to the goddamn Knicks games with her. Come on, man. This is all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit, man.
But like I said, that's the circle he's in now. He's been in that circle since 1987.
Yep.
We now in 2022. That's what, 30?
This is
30-something years?
Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. And it's bad. It's bad. And we can't tell him what to do. He's made his choice. True. But that don't mean we can't point out what it is. Here you have a high value man getting shit on by a bitch that don't deserve it. Instead of a lot of women saying, yo, look, she don't deserve it. She needs to step out the way. Women are justifying her moves. This is a sad state of affairs, man. And this is why, you know, there's a disconnect with men and women nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a strong disconnect.
And let me ask you this. How come Will Smith is a high value man? Because he don't see his value.
He doesn't see his value. But on paper, he's a high value man, but he don't see his value.
If you don't see the value, you're not valuable.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. You're only as valuable as you find yourself.
Yeah.
So I'll speak up for it. I'll speak up for him. I'll point out the discrepancies. But if he's gonna stay there, we can't tell him what to do. But just because he don't speak up for himself, that don't mean we don't see it. That's just like an abused woman. If she want to stay, what do we say? You don't like it, leave. Or some women, oh, well, just love him.
That's why I said it needs to be an intervention. That's why I said it needs to be an intervention.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck how much money he got. He need to sit down with maybe Chris Rock's mother and be like, yo, what is going on with you and that girl? Maybe you need to sit down with his mom. What's going on with you and that girl? You never act like this, and tell her.
Yeah.
Now, Jada Pinkett has a reputation that I've heard about. You know what? Let me shut up, man.
Will Smith's mother needs to put her foot in his father needs to. Willard Sr. Is he still living?
I don't know.
If Willard Smith Sr. is still living, he needs to put his whole foot in his narrow ass because if that was my son, my size 13 would be in his ass.
Look, pray for Will because he's so fragile at this point, and I hate to say this.
He's still alive.
Okay. Will is so fragile at this point. He might pull a Robin Williams down the road. You never know.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, when that happened, that was so sudden. That was so sudden. Like, what the fuck? He seemed like the happiest guy on earth.
That was 30 years in the making.
Yep. Now, we don't know how long. Now, this thing with Tupac and the letters and everything, when those lights go out and those cameras go off, all that smiling and shit, we don't know what he's thinking when he's taking a shower by himself, or when he got that alone time when there's nothing going on. And he's like, why is she writing letters to this dude? Let me tell you something, my man. I knew about Jada Pinkett back in the 90s way before she got with him. She was a roundaway girl. She loved those rappers. She was a B girl.
A roundaway girl.
She loved those rappers and everything else.
She had a button. She had a button in the middle of her forehead. You push it, the legs fly open.
That's the word of. And I rubbed elbows with security that was around her a lot. They used to tell us stories. And matter of fact, I matched the name with the face when I first saw her on A Different World. I was like, that short little red bone chick? Oh, okay.
She could make a bed spring, sing a song of mercy.
Slow down. Yeah. Yep. She could make a bed spring, sing a song of mercy. That was the word. And that was back then. But I said, people get older and they mature. Oh, look, she's with Will Smith. And now look.
It ain't changed.
You fucked your son's friend.
She's a cougar now.
And then you had the kids on there talking about, yeah, that's how we do it. Man, fuck that. Check this out. Like I said, Chris is one of like 10. What if all his siblings was there? When Will got backstage, they'd have jumped on him and there was nothing they could do about it. Yeah. In fact, his brother wanted all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? He's been quiet this long, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. How the fuck you married to Will Smith? What the fuck made you fuck August? That doesn't make sense.
Like I said, he don't see himself as a high value man.
He don't see himself as that. Yeah, we see him.
She don't, and he don't. That's what
she don't. He don't respect her.
Yeah.
If I couldn't have been Will Smith, I'd have found that out and be like, whoa. First of all, no, we wouldn't have got that far. I'd be like, what's this letter? Why is my daughter writing letters to Tupac? How the fuck does she know Tupac on this level?
Yeah.
Saying this shit about you. You've been talking.
I would have knowing me, I would have divorced her ass and took custody of them kids right then and there.
Man, I'd have divorced her ass fast.
And took custody of them kids. I would have separated all contact, daily contact from her and them kids.
That brother's been dead and gone for decades.
Dead and stinking. Didn't he get cremated?
I think so.
Yeah, so he's not stinking, but he's dead. And so bump all that.
Gone.
He's gone. He's dead. Them shits is done. Done.
Man, there's no fucking way. He should have left him when those letters came out. And the fact that he's still around with that, and that's what I'm trying to get the ladies to understand. You smacked your friend over that bitch? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, man. You smacked her over that? The letters to Tupac from your daughter? Why does your daughter know in-depth things about your wife and this dead rapper? And it got your daughter wishing that he'd come back. What the fuck? What? Get the fuck out of here, man. That is fucking horrible. I'm not having that shit. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. I won't have it. Jada Pinkett don't deserve it. But if he's gonna put up with it, who are we? But that's not to say we're not gonna point it out, because women point out male abuse all the time with women that don't want to leave the situation. So for whatever reason, he don't want to leave the situation. But this is another. She'll leave the situation before he will. But this is another excuse. This is another not excuse. This is another example of a black man wanting a family, and this black woman doing everything to sabotage this bullshit. Sabotage it.
Willow Smith was born in 2000. Tupac died in 96?
Yeah.
So that's 4 years before she was born. And
why does she know so much about him?
That's like Dame Dash Kids is writing letters to Aaliyah.
Yeah, bro. Come on. And watch this. She's talking about shit that we don't know. That only she would know.
Yeah.
But want him to come back. Your father is Will fucking Smith. He's the rapper that wasn't gangster. He's the rapper that wasn't on the block. He's the rapper that escaped the block. Is now in Hollywood. I had to tell my kid, yo, you know, he used to be a hot rapper back in the 80s. They were like, what? Mm-hmm. And then I have to go to YouTube and pull up Parents Just Don't Understand. It's like, oh shit. I have to tell the kids, yo, Ice Cube, he was one of the most dangerous gangster rappers in the 90s. What? He does family movies now. No, watch this. Here we go.
Yep.
See that? That was Will Smith. Will Smith is the prime example of made it.
Yeah.
And look at what this black woman is doing to him. And no woman want to hold her accountable. The best we can get is, oh, he chose to move on. No, y'all don't do that for mentally abused women. When she chose to move on.
Not only he don't see himself as high value, his wife don't see it. Now his daughter don't see it.
It's fucked up, man.
If his daughter see him as a high value man, she wouldn't be writing letters to a dead man saying that I wish you was here. A man that she never met, the man who died 4 years before she was born.
Not enough is made about that. Not enough is made about that.
If your daughter see you as less than a man than your mother's ex-boyfriend, who's not even her father, now that I don't see what can be the biggest disrespect. Anything's more disrespectful than that. If I got two daughters, one is 23, one is 20, one turns 22 on the 4th of next month, and if some dude that they never met, they was writing letters to, thinking that they was more man than the man that the man that made them, being me, I don't know how I would act. I don't. My wife cheating on me is not worse than that. And my daughter's thinking, you know, that there's some man is a better father to them than me that they never met, some ex of their mother. That their mother's put into their head. That their mother has indoctrinated into them. You know, that I, as a father and a man, is less than what I am. You know, lies about me. Man, that is some diabolical shit. That is some diabolical shit. That's all I'm saying. That is diabolical.
Well, I'm just looking for more women to hold Jada accountable. We know Will has made a choice and it's a foolish choice, but where's the sympathy for the man? None. Well, I'm gonna bring this to a close, man. I gotta get up in the morning, man. Much love and appreciation to both of y'all brothers, yo. LeRon, let them know how they can find you, bro.
I'm about to put my link in the chat. Broken Traditions, my bad. You can find that basically anywhere if you Google it. If you come up on YouTube and that has like over 1,000 subscribers, that's my old page since I got demonetized. So I have a new page under Broken Traditions. I got demonetized not too long ago, so I have to start a new page.
Yeah, social media makes us sick. We got to get our own. We got to do our own because that's where we lean towards.
I'm trying not to do my own, but I'm going to more black-owned social medias. I'm on Fanbase and I'm on Live Waves as well. That I'm trying. Yeah, but it's,
we got to make a move because this is aggravating, man.
I never even heard of those platforms.
Yeah. Well, we need to make a move because this shit, this is ridiculous, man. Terrence, let them know how they can find you, brother.
On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr., man. I'm going to try to put out some more content. I'm working on some stuff with some people, man, to try to get back out there. I just been real busy, so.
They get like that sometimes.
Yeah, man.
I've been like that this week. I've been so busy. I've been in 3 states this week.
Man, I had COVID, but before that, man, I'm just like these elections were going on, man. So I ain't been able to put out no content like for almost like a year. So I gotta get back on it.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, brother, sliding through, man. We've been doing this. We'll be back on the other channel next week. You know what I'm saying? Painful Excellence Podcast. Let me grab that link for you guys. I'll put that in the chat. So, this is where these type of conversations will be taking place. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe there, like and share. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Much love and appreciation to y'all, man. We back on the other side of town. This is what we do. This is how we talk. You know what I mean? Everybody support all content creators. Adult conversations and real life situations discussed with class. Fuck Jada Pinkett. Stand up well. Get your shit in order. Much love and appreciation, y'all. And, I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Thanks, y'all.
All right, man. Peace.